And so text me or call me or email me, LisaCarlson.com, Facebook me, I don't know, whatever. We've got like 8 to 10, 12 people. You could be next.
And my finger was only right here for most of the time. Don't worry, it's fine. Welcome, folks. This is Ken Ivey, and we are doing another episode of Manitowoc Buzz, this time live from the mayor's office. So, with me today is our co-host,
Liysa Carlson. I'm so excited to be here. It's so fun. I've already toppled over things on his desk. I'm making a mess.
and also our guest of honor today is Mayor.
This is Mayor, the Mayor. We're not in Chicago, but yay Cubbies. But Justin Nichols, our wonderful mayor.
Thank you for
I'm
having
going
me.
to slip around and run the show.
You know what? Just get over there.
Yeah.
Do your job.
People don't like me anymore.
So today we're taking some time out to bring light to a very important issue, which is our city budget. And the mayor needs to share with us lots of things, because when you read this document, I read some of it. Like I could skim it. It's not that clear to me because I don't usually do budgets. So we're going to have the mayor explain to us, one, what the highlights are, first of all, because unless you want to read 400 and some odd pages, let's just get to the highlights, right? So let's start. What is the number one thing
I
in the
was going
budget?
to say, this is the actual
That's
budget.
ridiculous.
This is what I've spent 3 months putting together, so that's
what we pay
you got the short
to do.
version, that's right.
We pay you for that.
That's
So tell us some of the highlights. What's the first thing on your mind when it comes to budget?
Well, what the citizens should know is that we live in a world where we have to live within our means, but those means shrink every year. And the purpose for that are state laws that we have imposed on us. So whatever we spent last year, we can't spend more this year. We can't raise taxes to spend more if we want to, unless the citizens go to referendum, kind of like what the school district saw
Right.
this past year. So we live within that number, and we all know that fuel goes up, utilities go up, everything in our daily lives increases, and government is no different. Our increases are there as well, but without the opportunity to increase revenues, we have to find ways to cut or manage or do whatever. So the first challenge is always finding out how we can do that. And when I got the budget, which all the departments put together their budget, their requests, the finance department puts together the cost for the telephones and the utilities and all that fun stuff. We were at about $750,000 more than what we could be at.
So let me just make sure, because I'm like the worst when it comes to budgets. So 2016, you're working on the 2016 budget. You live within a means. You ask your departments to say, hey, what are you actually running at?
Yep.
Because maybe we're a little over than last year's budget. And then what are your requests?
Right.
And through all that, you said, yeah, you can have sticky notes, and no, you can't have pencils. And you decided to come up with a number that's $750,000 more than this current year.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I got each department's requests, which is this book basically, it was $750,000 more.
Okay.
What we do then at that point is I said, this is the assessor's budget right at the top here. I sit down with the assessor's department and I go literally line by line. I look at what was the budget in 2014, 2015, what was it 10 years ago. We look at what the actuals are going to be for 2015 or what we can estimate, or what they are currently and what we can estimate them to be. We go through it line by line and we talk about, is this something we need, is this something we can change? And at the end of the day, there's a lot of changes from what departments give me to what I recommend to the council.
Right, I'm sure. So this is it. This is $750 extra. Where are you getting that from?
There's some departments requested some new things,
Yeah.
which weren't granted. We did some maneuvering of some funds as well, all legal and all positive.
Oh, good.
No worries about that. But we cut out quite a bit, and
Yeah.
we didn't really add anything new.
Okay.
We do have a slight tax increase in there, which we're allowed to do, which goes toward debt service and it goes toward a pay-as-you-go system. So basically what we've been doing in the past is we've been borrowing for a lot of items. We've been going in debt, which has, you know, an interest rate of how much that you pay each year, principal and interest. We're trying to scale back from that and start paying for things up front, like one example is cop cars. In the past, we would borrow for 10 years for a cop car that lasted 5 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but it was the only way we could purchase the cars. We're scaling that back and putting that in. So that tax increase really is going towards things like that.
So that's what you said here. I did see that where instead of borrowing the money, you're hoping to pay them in cash, and then
Yep.
even just the depreciation on those types of vehicles or those types of items, you're in the first 3 days, you're done. So good.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about the slight increase.
The average home actually value in the city of Manitowoc is about $70,000. I use $100,000 because it's easier math.
Because I'm here.
Right, and that too. So on a $100,000 home, you will pay about $15 more a year in property taxes.
Okay.
So it's $1.25 a month for a $100,000 home. So the average home is obviously going to be around $10 to $12 more a year in property taxes.
And I will point out that in the last, however years, 4 maybe, it has gone down. There has been a break here and there.
Your overall property tax
Yeah.
bill, yeah, absolutely.
So, because you said property tax bill and stuff, you said 70,000, I know going a little off budget, but 70,000 is our average here. Do you think that that is a well-defined comparison to smaller cities like ours? 70 sounds a little lower than what a homeowner might want their value of their home to be.
Yeah, we're about average for communities our size. In fact, some larger communities, average home value is $40,000. So we have, we're comfortable with where we're at, I think, mostly. The one thing we are seeing more of, though, are foreclosed homes, and homes that are being purchased by individuals who are renting them out, who don't even necessarily live in this community.
Right. So the flip side is that, yeah, you pay a little bit more taxes, but a whole different conversation is the value of our homes in general for the homeowner like myself. All right, good. So we've decided that we have $750,000 more. We've decided that we have a slight increase. What else is happening with the budget that you'd like to share?
Well, the budget that I've presented got rid of that $750,000 increase, so it's balanced.
Good.
And we're where we're supposed to be. There's no gimmicks, no games. It's balanced with that slight increase in there. It's balanced. So you know, where we go from here, the finance committee now has the budget in their hands, which is the common council. And they take about 2 months to review it. They don't necessarily go line by line. They don't have to worry about the utility costs and all that fun stuff because that's pretty much set.
Yeah.
Unless they want to start getting rid of buildings, which then we can have those conversations. But mostly they don't dive into it that deep. They look at the high level things, which is why I present you know, a pretty detailed letter to them detailing what are the changes from last year to this year, because those are the things they really want to know.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not in a situation where we have to cut, where we need to start having different conversations. So I highlight the new things, and they can debate those.
And you expect this to pass?
Well, there's always a few changes. I don't expect the full budget to pass, but there's always a few changes.
Are we going to have a crazy budget? I would say headline, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah. A few years ago, yeah, but we've changed the process. We've involved more council members from the beginning.
Good.
We've involved departments more from the beginning. So it's really, it's a collaboration. And once they get the budget, they pretty much know what to expect.
The city is communicating amongst itself.
Believe it or not,
That's
us
great.
politicians do talk.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the federal and state level,
Yeah,
but we
but-
do.
Good, well that's good to hear. So you said, I forgot what word you said, but it made me think of, getting rid of buildings. What about the Mirro building?
Yeah, that's the first point in
Yep.
that letter that you, or second point I should say.
Yep.
I am recommending $2.4 million in borrowing to demolish the Mirro building. We went through the condemnation process, we started it. We're at a point where the city legally, not illegally, can begin demolition if they wanted to tomorrow, basically.
Yeah.
We're in that legal position where we can go on the property and demolish.
So what's the hold up?
The the holdup right now is the funds, so the
Yeah.
council has to approve the 2.4.
Okay,
If they do that, which our budget process is January 1, so we wouldn't be able to expend those funds until January 1 or after. So we'll probably wait. We'll probably get bids for demolition and hopefully start when the snow's gone or we can.
yeah. And so, because I'm curious, I'm not in your position, and I hold a great regard for the amount of comments you may receive, both positive and negative. What are the people of the city saying about that? Are they happy to spend the money, or?
Nobody's necessarily happy. I'm not happy.
Yeah,
But I think what I've been hearing, and since I released this, I haven't had really a negative comment toward it. People they don't want to have to do it, but I think everyone at this point understands who else is going to do it,
Right.
and it has to be done. Let's just get it over with. And yeah, if you got to spend some of my tax dollars, just do it.
Right.
That's the majority of what I'm hearing.
which would equate to just about $15 we're talking about. That's where
That's part of it, yeah.
That's part of it.
I mean, that's part of it.
So we're not spending a lot of money here,
Right.
and we're gonna have an eyesore taken away.
Yeah, basically.
Another eyesore. Mid-Cities Mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
That-
mall at one point.
That was a
Never
mall.
saw that in my 11 years here. Yeah.
I
What's
remember
happening?
it.
Yeah.
That
When you
tall, yeah. I went there to Hardee's.
To what? You went
Hardee's.
Oh,
Hardee's used
Hardee's
to
was
be
over
there.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Did they give you a heart attack then?
No, they had a playland, so
Oh.
that's
Aw,
exercise.
the mayor in the ball pit.
Yeah. Some people still equate me to that. But, yeah, that's actually coming down as we speak. The current owner there, much easier to work with than the Mirro property.
Good.
And he is spending his dollars to actually tear it down.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
we're not paying for that.
City is not paying for that at this point. What we would eventually pay for are infrastructure improvements around the area. We did create a TIF district,
Mm-hmm.
which basically means that if a project comes up or something happens, we can build the road, the sewer, the sidewalks, all that fun stuff, easier than I guess just going through the whole budget process like we are right now. So that would be the city's investment in this
Okay.
eventually.
And if I understand correctly, there's only a plan to take it down. There's not a real plan to build there.
There's no official business that
Yeah.
is set there, but they do have a proposed idea of what they want to do with the lot. The eastern part of it along the drive would be commercial and business, and a road would literally be put right through where the building is right now, going north-south, which would separate those two parcels, and then the west side of that would be residential.
And when you say they, are you saying that the owner still wants to do something?
Yep.
Okay, so he's investing in Manitowoc.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, good, awesome. I didn't know that, so good. Kudos. Write him a letter.
That's right.
All right, so I think we've taken care of the eyesores,
Well, I'm sure someone will figure out a new one, but
but for the most
the
part,
major
with
ones,
the-
hopefully by the end
Yeah.
of next year, will be completely gone.
well, the other ones are kind of owned by somebody, so they should be doing something, so you don't really
Right.
have that control. So these are the two that we have some control with. All right, what's new? What else?
Well, we've had a lot of business expansions.
Really?
Yeah, it's not necessarily widely known, but
Good, tell us.
well, Kaysun added on to their facility. Jagman Stamping added on about a year ago. Jagman Plating just added on not that long ago. We're seeing some positive growth from our local manufacturing base. Federal Mogul continues to add
Yes.
employees. A lot of good things, a lot of positives for our local manufacturing community. The problem we're seeing is getting people willing to work.
Yeah, I think that they're not a huge, enormous amount of jobs to make a huge impact at all at once. However, I know that the same companies you're speaking about, they have very hard time to find quality workers. Within a week, they're like calling me, texting in, saying, eh. So that's what we need, is we need to figure out how to engage those, and I'm kind of maybe thinking younger, on a better work ethic, or just work in general. I don't know.
What do you say?
Old
Get off the
people
couch.
sometimes too. Old people sometimes too.
Well,
Don't
you
throw
know,
my generation
well,
under the
no,
bus.
I mean you okay, well, maybe not, but, I don't, you're right, I shouldn't say an age, I just should
Yeah,
say,
I know what you mean.
yeah, I don't know where that got lost. I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna blame that it wasn't, I didn't do it. But yeah, so Ken's like referring to the fact that there was a point where we would do job openings on the show. You're like, hey, yeah, so, and I'm like, get a job. Go on, stop sitting in your underwear at home. Get a job. All right, so there you go. The mayor said so.
That would scare me straight.
So good. Yeah, there is expansion, and I think I've told you this before. We've had meetings where there's no reason why our city cannot be a thriving lakeshore community. And it just needs, it takes time, it takes a lot of time to do change, an upward change.
Yeah.
It's easy to kill something,
Yeah.
but you need, you know, and then, so the upward change. So we need your innovation, your creations, your, even your thoughts of how to push forward and finding talent in the area as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. What about, I don't know if this is gonna be, I don't know, I heard a rumor that they want to have an ice skating rink this year.
Yeah.
What's with that? What do we need to do to get the ice skating rink?
Yeah, we're trying for this year, but definitely next year.
This year meaning, wait,
Meaning this winter.
this winter, so February-ish is like when it's cold,
Yeah.
January.
Sure. Hopefully December,
Yeah,
January,
yeah,
February,
yeah.
March, whatever
Yeah.
for an ice skating rink. But yeah, we want to bring one downtown, and we're intentionally trying to focus a lot more downtown. I know people say, well, we used to have one at Silver Creek, just do it there or wherever. But this is intentional to try and get more things downtown,
Sure.
to get people downtown. Because, you know, if they come downtown for ice skating, they're going to stop across the street at hot chocolate at Manitowoc Coffee or a wrap at Wrap It Up.
Yeah.
That's
Check out a
what we
book at the
want.
library.
Yeah, check out a book
Yeah.
at the library. That's what we want. So we're intentionally trying to do more downtown versus, you know, historically where we've had things
Right.
in the past.
In the meantime, could we just wait till January and hose down the mall parking lot or something?
There you go. Whole big ice rink on the mall. Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be a big ice rink, yeah.
Wait, there might be one there anyway. You
Yeah,
never
you never
know.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely no forest anymore.
Right.
On top of the building.
Right. We're sending the seagulls to Two Rivers.
Yeah, good. Well, wait, I like Two Rivers, but yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
no,
Greg, if you're
that's
watching.
Fine. They're fine. Other things that you'd love to tell our audience of?
Well, to downtown, also in the budget,
Yeah.
there's a lot of improvements for downtown. Pedestrian walkways, more safety, pedestrian signals and everything for downtown. The ice skating
Like
rink that you mentioned.
signals? Like,
Yeah, we're looking into
Really?
that, yeah.
oh.
We just want to slow down traffic.
Yeah, they do
downtown.
go fast.
Murals, we want to see
Yeah.
more murals downtown like we have. Just get that energy going, and we have in there a downtown study. Last time we did a comprehensive downtown study was in 1992, I think. I was young.
Stop. See, you open up yourself for
That's
these
true.
jokes,
I was
just
5.
so you know.
I was 5. How old were
Okay,
you?
I was 20.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, so,
Um,
thank you.
Anytime.
We
It's
both
about you.
couldn't drink, so there.
Good-
It was
good point.
illegal to drink for
Good
both
point.
of us.
Good point. But we're going to do that next year, and that's one thing that we're going to have a consultant doing the majority of the work, but we really want interested parties, individuals for downtown to be a major part of putting that plan together versus somebody from out of town telling us what we should be doing.
So outside of the city's responsibility, and maybe some of the businesses that are downtown, who should we be relying on or infusing some energy from? Who else do we need to get a part of this?
Well,
I mean, really, because there's
yeah.
only a handful of businesses in the city.
Yep. There are people out there who are very interested in all this. It's finding them, but there's all different sectors. There's service clubs, for
Mhm.
example. There's service clubs that donated to get American flags, new American flags downtown. A lot of groups just come to the city or myself and ask what they can do, and we try and put it together piecemeal. This
Yeah.
comprehensive plan that we're talking about really is trying to get all those groups together.
Right.
Because we're seeing a change in downtowns. People are starting to want to live downtown,
Mhm.
work downtown, eat downtown, go to events downtown, and when you put all that together, it becomes a destination.
Absolutely.
That's what we need.
We do. A hardware store,
Yeah.
a grocery store, all downtown.
Exactly. Well, that's where we began.
Yeah.
You know, right on the river in the lake, and we didn't necessarily appreciate the river and the lake in the 1800s when we were
Right,
built as
right.
much as we do today, but let's come back to our roots.
Tell us about the, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it, but it's the Maritime.
The National
Project.
Marine Sanctuary. There you go.
Yes, that.
I get paid for this stuff.
I know.
To remember this stuff. The National Marine Sanctuary, yes, it's a federal sanctuary, so the federal government oversees it. And basically, what it is, it's an organization that educates, that promotes an area's heritage and history. And what we're looking at is the shipwrecks that we have off of Two Rivers, Manitowoc, Sheboygan, and Port Washington. And President Obama officially designated this area as a site. The next step is now to potentially get a visitor center here, like the Maritime Museum is, you know, the state visitor center for maritime history. And we could get one here in Little Alpena, Michigan.
Yeah,
If you can get there,
yeah.
congratulations.
Is it over here?
It's
Yeah,
in
it's
the
all
middle
in-
of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they get 100,000 visitors a year. Yeah, do your little hand thing. Yeah.
I'm from Michigan, so.
But they get 100,000 visitors a year
Excellent.
at their marine sanctuary, and
For shipwrecks or marine
Yeah,
in general? Just
marine,
everything.
yeah, I think
So the federal will help us
Yep.
build that
it would be federal.
visitor
Yep.
center?
Yeah.
Can they go with the Manitowoc?
That's kind of what we're selling.
That's good,
it as.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
really cool.
It can be a huge influx, and visitors, they eat, they shop, they stay,
They
they
do,
go to downtown.
yeah.
So it would be a huge boon to our economy.
Has anyone ever talked to you, or maybe more than talked to you, about a conference center in our area?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of people, a lot of individuals who get paid very good money to research whether or not we can support one.
And can we?
Not with Green Bay, Appleton, and Sheboygan around us. It just, what we have right now with our convention rooms
Yeah.
at the Holiday Inn and others is
Mhm.
basically what we could support.
Gotcha.
Basically, you'd be spending millions of dollars to
For
build a
nothing.
convention center and
Yeah.
not be making money on it.
I get that,
Yeah.
so.
But-
Okay, yeah?
That doesn't mean we can't have more rooms, hotel rooms, and other restaurants down on the lakefront or
Sure, or a
in
bigger
niche
space,
areas,
a
yeah.
bigger space that
Yeah.
holds more people, but not necessarily, like, when you say convention center, sometimes people think like, oh, look at the KI. I'm thinking larger than what we have, but not grander than those other ones, so.
Well, if you get a marine sanctuary here and you get 100,000 people coming in, then
You'll need
then
it.
we start talking
You'll need
about
it,
things like
right,
that, absolutely.
Right. Well, I don't know, what else? Like, fun things. Fun things. Are you coming to the Deer in the Headlights show, Mr.
She's putting
Mayor?
me on the spot. Didn't I say before that I'm busy that day?
He's always busy.
Mhm.
I got it on my
Last
calendar.
3 years. Just kidding. No, so what does the mayor do for fun when you're not being political and watching your P's and Q's? Like, what is some of your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Yeah, because it's safe to say it right here.
What does fun mean?
I don't know. What does fun mean to you? That's what
Work?
I'm asking. And work can be fun. Work can be fun.
No,
but what do you do? Like, if you, I don't know, if you're just gonna go blow off some steam, what would you do? Watch videos, play games? I don't know. I'm asking you, so you're real and human. You know, I'm
I
trying
am.
to show your real and
I think-
humanness.
Yeah, I can't sit down and
Do you like to
play
play
video games.
baseball, kickball,
Like
chess, golf?
Well, chess.
Golf, chess.
Chess.
See? Are you a good golfer?
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Hopefully none of my friends are watching.
They won't be. It's fine.
Yeah, I golf for the fun.
Give the fun. Yeah.
I've been looking for somebody who likes to golf.
Oh, there you
I got
go.
this thing in a chamber.
Oh,
There you go. You
nice.
just see, when you start to open up a little bit,
Even better.
things are presented to themselves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Enjoy your smoke-free golf course. Thank
That's
you,
what they
sir.
say.
I like it.
Excellent.
No, I actually, well, and I moved downtown.
That's awesome.
I rent a place downtown.
Yeah.
Actually, literally on the other side of this wall is my backyard.
I was wondering. So I kind of knew this before, I was not prepping you for that, but like you have a mayor parking spot, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so how do you decide where you're gonna park? Are you gonna park in the mayor's spot and
Yep.
then move your car one spot over to the public spot and then move your car back over?
Well, I have a garage,
Oh, okay.
so that's
So you
even
don't walk
worse.
to work.
I do walk to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally in my backyard. And yeah, my spot's usually open now.
Yeah.
Because I keep it there, but I still have to go around.
I know, I
places.
totally get that, but it was just kind of,
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I love living downtown. It's
yeah,
the farmer's market is in my front yard.
that's cool.
The river and the lake, and
So you'll get to see what real firsthand needs we need downtown.
I'm already starting to see
Yeah, I'm sure.
those cars flying down
Yeah.
8th Street.
Yeah,
and,
they're horrible, horrible.
It is pretty bad at times. I'll give you that.
Thanks for giving me that,
Hey,
I
anytime.
needed that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm kind of running out of stuff to ask unless I think we hit like some of the good stuff.
You look like a deer in headlights.
Nah. I'm just trying to filter myself. Like, so what kind of drinks do you? You know, I don't want to like.
Scotch.
Yeah, I know. I know this.
Scotch on the rocks. Only 7 rocks though.
Only what? 7?
7.
Really? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, come on. What kind of? Well, it's gotta be
Specifically
short.
7 rocks.
It's
If they're
short.
big rocks, though, then I usually cut it in half. But the little ones that you get in most
You're not
places,
telling me that you make them count
I do.
7 rocks.
I do. There are some perks to being
You're
the
such a
mayor,
spoiled
and when you
little
ask,
child.
people give. I'm paying for the scotch. I can get how many rocks I want.
There you go.
All right.
That's the
and
way I
so
think about it.
Now I want to know how many rocks if they're larger rocks, and how often do you get the larger rocks than the
If it's larger rocks, it's usually 2 or
2.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like I can see it. Like,
You don't want to dilute your scotch.
I feel
Unless
like.
it's a bad scotch, then you can
Yeah.
throw as much as you
So
want.
how many bad scotches have you been through?
Several.
Oh boy.
Several.
Yeah. So that would be something that you enjoy. You're a whiskey connoisseur.
Scotch.
Scotch. I'm sorry. Scotch.
Well, Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Kind of like hard stuff.
yes, basically.
Yeah. All film noir. You know, you're all like. I see this. I actually saw it.
I do have glasses that have the seal of the President of the United States on them, and then that's what I drink.
Oh my gosh.
So,
When you're role playing.
I just, yeah,
When you're role
I sit
playing.
at home and I just drink my scotch and I pretend,
Veto.
yeah, right.
That's
That's what I
awesome.
do.
That is awesome.
When I was young, I used to, my parents had a minivan,
Uh-huh.
and I used to, even if no one else was in the car, other than me as a passenger and my mom was driving, I would sit in the back seat and pretend that I'm in my limo. Yeah, oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I was such a cool kid.
I love it. I love these stories. That's what makes you totally cool. Not you specifically, but the fact that you're sharing your story.
I'm
Right?
not embarrassed of anything.
I know. I think it's good. I think that just shows the passion. I mean, you are passionate about this position. I'll tell you that. Whether you like them or hate them, you're still passionate about it, and I think that's a good thing. I think you can, that one thing is that you cannot say that you're not passionate about this job. You can say it, but I applaud you for having thick skin.
Thank you. The job is one thing, though. I love this community.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm
and
really
that helps
passionate
too. That helps too that you grew up here.
Yeah, I love it. So much potential.
There is.
There
There
is.
is. I'm anxious though. I want it now. we have to pace ourselves. I guess. Just like drinking.
Can't do that in politics sometimes.
Yeah. So well, all right. I'll wrap it up with you with any words of wisdom / future advice, anything that you want to say that might inspire somebody. It can be job related, it could be politics, it could be I'm a young guy doing what I love. What words of wisdom do you have for those listening?
Well, just for this community, like I said, we have so much potential. And if we just looked at this as just numbers and that it has to balance out and all that, you're not going to prioritize what's most important in this community. Sometimes you have to think of the numbers as priorities versus,
Yeah.
this, that, or the other. And we have to think about that collectively. I mean, some people have a negative view of taxes. But when you look at, especially local,
Right.
what your taxes are going to are our parks, our safety, our cleanliness, our roads, our infrastructure. I mean, all things I think we can all pretty much say, yeah, they're nice. We want these things. But sometimes they cost money. And I think that's one thing about gathering around like the Mirro building. Like I said, nobody wants to do it, but
Right.
we're all saying, yeah, okay, I'll pay a little bit. extra just to get that thing done, to make our community better. Because we look at it as a negative. We're thinking of the past every time we think of it, and we can't be stuck in that mentality. This community has so much more to offer the long term that we just need to start thinking outside the box and not with our wallet all the time, with what's best for the community.
Right. So in a nutshell, basically, the budget as a forward movement, as much as it might be an increase or whatnot, let's just move forward because there's a bigger, better vision past that budget.
We should always question your leaders. For there's an increase, there's a question, but
Absolutely.
I should have a response, obviously, and hopefully we can all, get around that idea and do some good things here.
Good. Ken, any questions from the Peanut Gallery?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
Awesome.
actually,
I thought I was going to get out of this.
a commentary.
Commentary.
Yeah, the
Okay,
first
here
time
you
I
can.
saw the mayor
Oh,
was at a Rotary meeting,
oh boy.
and he had some notes, and on the notes he had a picture of, I think, JFK.
Yeah, probably.
And in fact, I've got it in my but he had a little saying, and it said, it's always a good time to do the right thing. And I'm looking at this budget, and I encourage everyone, download this budget, it's on the city side, take a look at it and see what we've been doing here. We've been paying off tons of debt. And it would have been so easy to say, let's just keep borrowing, and let's go ahead and buy this and buy that and buy that. What you've done, you've done it in a responsible way. And
Thank you.
I, as a citizen, a fairly new citizen, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I think everybody else probably should too. And if you read the budget, I'm sure you would. So, underneath the video here, comment, download the budget. If you got any comments about it, talk about it. We'll send him a link and he can check it out. Maybe he'll reply. I don't know.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, we did ask about a week ago. We're going to have the mayor on. Are there any questions you want to ask? And we got a couple of questions.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
One was, when does the Hong Kong buffet open?
I got that question yesterday, and I asked
Top of
my
mind.
building inspector the other day, and they don't have a set deadline right now. They were supposed to be open already, but they have not informed the city as when they're going to officially open.
So when it does open, folks,
Yeah.
now that you've hounded everyone, and all these different local Facebook pages, when's it going to open? When's it going to open? I expect a line, like 100 people deep,
Yeah,
the
that's
moment
true.
it opens.
That's true.
And what was the next question?
What's going into the Best Buy? Blockbuster, I mean.
It is going to be a laundromat.
Oh, the Blockbuster video store will be a laundromat.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I had heard that.
Well, believe it
But
or
now
not,
we
sometimes
know.
I'm the last person to know things, just for the record. Because, businesses aren't required to
Right.
call the mayor and say, this is what we're doing. Usually how we find out are building permits. When they pull a permit to do whatever, that's when we usually find out. So we knew about, Noodles and Cousins well before everyone else did, I guess, but sometimes I'm the last to know.
Get the inside track here, folks.
Yeah.
So
I
before we
think
go,
I'm
he
still
has to do
single,
look
huh?
of the day.
Oh, look at the, have you
Did you
watched any
prep
of the
him?
shows? We do this weird thing. It was Lisa's idea.
I'm not prepped at all.
Weird look of the day.
So what we do is to sign off, you have to do a weird look of the day. So that puts you vulnerable to doing some sort
Is
of
this a weird enough look, like me confused as to what you're trying to make me
Yeah,
do?
I'll show you.
darn.
Did you just push a button?
No, I wanted to zoom in, but I couldn't,
Don't
so
zoom in.
I didn't.
That's your weird look of
That's
the
my
day.
weird look of the day.
Come on, Justin. You're a competitor.
I don't know how to. I'll do what so I taught my niece the one thing. She's 4 now, so she's learned a lot more. But when she was really, really young and just learning everything, I was the first one to teach her the things she remembered. She didn't remember anything else, and it was just.
Nice!
So she would walk around to her parents just randomly without me there and do that.
So
They're like, how did she learn
That's
this?
The campaign
Oh, yeah.
posters.
That's awesome. We can screenshot that and put it on Facebook. This is our interview today.
There you go.
Appreciate you. Being on the
Awesome.
show.
Absolutely.
You gonna do a look?
Yes. There you go. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
That was fun, isn't it?
Sure.
Super kind of. Okay.
We're running.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So here we are outside the mayor's office. He kicked us out after about 20 minutes or so there. What I'm doing right after this, now this is not for the Comcast people because this is already come and gone. You missed out. But I talked about it last week, so it's your own fault, right? There you go. October 14th, which is today, local taste and marketplace at Fox Hills Resort in Michigan. Free food.
It's free.
Free food.
Free.
You got to do that.
This, you're done?
I'm done for that one, yeah.
This Saturday, Crime Prevention Day at the Expo. It is a full day, also free. All day long they do events, different presentations, safety presentations. One year they did a taser presentation, which was very scary. My friend Brian did that. And they have booths and things to help you be safe, not only in our community, but at home. Bike helmets on the bike. So check that out, Expo Center, Saturday.
Yeah, but don't tell anybody you're going because they'll rob your house while you're gone.
People around here don't even lock their
Don't
doors.
put it on Facebook. Hey, going to the Crime Prevention.
Nobody's home, and I just bought a new computer. I think of that too. Internet safety is next.
That's right. Okay, same day, October 17th, Saturday, right? The 7th annual Fancy Feline Fair. I'm talking now because that truck's over there. That's what happens when you do a live show. Anyway,
Outside.
the Fancy Feline Fair.
Say that 3 times
I've
fast.
been waiting for this.
Say that 3 times. Fancy Feline
Oh, man.
Fair.
Yeah,
Fancy Feline
Fancy
Fair.
Feline Fair.
Yeah.
From 11 to 4. Costs $2.
That's cheap.
And for the $2, you can join in the captivities. This is the perfect event for all
my
cat
gosh.
lovers.
You're so punny.
That's what it says right here. I can't help myself. So yeah, it's 11 to 4, $2 to get in, family friendly, and it is at the J.E. Hamilton Community House in Two Rivers. Two Rivers.
Trivers. I was trying to think of a
Trivers.
perfect way to say Trivers in a cat kind of friendly way. How do you do that? You don't. I know also there is a dinner mystery theater happening at the UW Manitowoc. That's this Saturday. Tickets are still available. Google that at UW Manitowoc. Get your tickets. You can figure out who done it. Who done it?
Who done it? It's the butler
There's no butler
with a candlestick.
in the powder room.
Exactly. October 17th, 10th annual Sunrise Rotary 5K runner walk. So if you're one of those fitness buffs, right, that would be the thing to do.
Yeah.
Or if you just feel like walking with a purpose.
Or if you haven't done one yet all summer long, you can do this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Lincoln Park in Manitowoc. Got an 8 a.m. start, and you can find out more at ManitowocSunriseRotary.com, and you can sign up at runsignup.com.
That was me just waving a passerby on. It's fine.
It's our adoring crowd.
Yeah. They're like packed for miles, like the Million Man March this past weekend, like lots of people.
I think you wanted that one.
Oh, I just said that one.
You already said that one.
Yeah, I did. Crime Prevention Day.
No extra charge for that.
No. What
October
else?
17th, Oktoberfest. Man, I have been waiting for this because I just found out that this place, White Law.
White Law. You just found White Law?
It's in Manitowoc.
Oh, come on!
Yeah!
You haven't been there, have you?
I've driven through it. Because every time I go by that cake place.
Cravings.
Cravings, yeah. Yeah, but this is Oktoberfest in White Law, Saturday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And the original productions are always humorous, apparently. I have not been to this yet.
I've never been
But it's
to
a
a
dinner
Palace
theater.
of Reefnell's
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
And you can go to palaceofrm.com and they will tell you more about that.
So, can you bend a spoon with your mind?
The key is to know that there is no spoon.
Well, I've been wanting to do this.
Hashtag Matrix.
Spoon bending, October 23rd at the Leicester Library. Ready to test your powers of mind over matter? Check in for Deb Klein. She knows how to do this. It's psychokinesis. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You think it's real? You think you can do it?
Hey,
Have you
if she can do it, I'm all in.
Have you ever seen anybody do it?
Bend a spoon?
Bend a spoon with a brain. Like, not like bend a spoon, but like, I don't have a spoon. So check that out, October 23rd at 7 o'clock. I'm sure it's free. Oh yeah, it is. We'll provide the spoons. You provide the mind power. What if you don't have any mind power?
Hey, this is Manitowoc County. There's all kinds of mind power here.
What if you're like brain dead that day?
Then you might want to go to the zombie thing. So,
Well,
oh,
anything else?
yeah. All Hallows Eve. You guys heard of that one? That's at Pinecrest. Halloween fun. Old school style. October 24th, 2 to 6 p.m. at the Pinecrest Historical Village.
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
She's good.
I'm gonna say don't forget to get your Deer in the Headlights tickets. We are already creeping up the numbers to be a record-breaking show. LisaCarlson.com, Deer in the Headlights under events, or just Google Deer in the Headlights Manitowoc. Buy your tickets.
Yes. And then go to Cares Enough to Wear Pink Walk and Run. Another walk and run. This one I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. I'm going to go all in depth, but you can check it out. It is at pinkheels.us. Go to that website, check it out. It is October 24th, Saturday. Yeah. And you're going to be running around the Fox Hill Golf Course. You got nothing better to do.
You could bring your hockey stick like Adam Sandler in that movie. You know what I'm talking about? Happy Gilmore. Where he runs and it's a.
Here's another. You got kids?
I got kids.
You got kids.
I got kids.
If you got kids, October 24th, that's that next Saturday. Halloween Holler, and this is at the Two Rivers Central Park. They're going to have pumpkins there, so you can pick and carve a pumpkin to display in Central Park. Yeah?
Yeah.
I got another one.
Cute.
Hey, you want that one?
Sure.
Check it out.
All
Okay,
right.
so this one. Let me do this one.
Do that one.
This is important. This is a scam workshop, okay?
How to scam people?
It's a scam workshop, so this is not for your politicians. This is
They
for
already
everyone
are
else. How to
scammers.
avoid a scam.
Oh, how do you
So,
avoid your politicians?
It's a fraud, scam, and ID theft protection workshop. This is good. If you've ever had your ID stolen, you know it's a pain in the butt to get it fixed. So Sergeant Bruce Jacobs of the Manitowoc Police Department Crime Prevention Unit and Tim Lucasen of Thrivent will be there to tell you all about that. It's October 27th, 6 p.m. at the UW Manitowoc Boardroom. Workshop is free and open to the public, like they would charge.
Give me your credit card.
You can RSVP to Thrivent at 920-684-3225 or West Shore Team at Thrivent.com. They'll also have refreshments there.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, October 29th, LTC, Lakeshore Technical College, job fair. Looking for a job, need a
Get
job.
off that couch.
Get off the couch, get a job. It says 10 to 2, so go to www.gotoltc.edu/job fair.
Hashtag put away the Xbox.
Hashtag get your resume. Hashtag make sure you apply. Hashtag no really bad emails that say I need a job at gmail.com.
Oh yeah.
I was at this event and there's a woman there that works at a local job placement agency, and she said this morning I just got an email from sweetcheeks@gmail.com. So oops, if that's your Gmail, I'm sorry. Probably don't want to put that on a resume.
That might work someplace.
Not on a resume. So check out the do's and don'ts maybe first, and then attend the job fair.
What else we got? I know there's one more thing.
One more?
Maybe there's another one. Let's see here. You already had it. You had it.
I did.
The picture of the zombie. You know what that is?
It's in there.
That's October 30th and 31st from 7 p.m. to 11. Right over there at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. They're having, what is it called? I can't read.
It says,
You go to the submarine after dark, and it's like a spook house in the submarine.
this guy was a seaman. He apparently died.
Yes, that is very scary. I got nothing.
He's scared, speechless.
That's right.
Yeah. Good.
Hey, thanks for joining us
This
on
was
this
fun.
special episode of Manitowoc Buzz.
We get to high five in person. this
Another
time.
one in the books.
Woo-hoo.
What's going to happen next week? We don't know.
Don't know.
We
We
don't
never know.
Why don't you tell us what's going to happen?
You try.
Write down what you want right there.
What do you want to see?
After your budget comments.
Yeah, or do you want us to go to your business? Do you want us to have a different location? Do you want us to do kind of goofy things? I don't know. The world is our oyster.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Because when you
I don't
open,
even like oysters.
I don't.
It's slimy.
That's so gross. It's an aphrodisiac though. Okay. See ya.
Ta-da!
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. If you want to do an improv class on a wait. Oh, I forgot to tell you. If you want to do an improv class October 23rd, it's $20 a person, and it's 3 hours. It's date night, so you and your date could learn how to do improv in a workshop setting at city limits. So text me or call me or email me, LisaColson.com, Facebook me, I don't know, whatever. We've got like 8 to 10, 12 people. You could be next.
And my finger was only right here
Oh.
for most of the time. Don't worry. It's fine. That'll work fine. That's all about improv. There we
Yeah.
go. Boom.